holy fuck. Wasn't recording and I was just kind of like half-assing this, and oh my god, we finally got it. I heard the collection log go off for the sea engineer and I was like, wait, oh my god.
Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Another episode of Toastman today. I am going to preface again, it seems to be a common thing unfortunately, but my mic was pretty shitty at this time, and there also happens to be music over these particular clips in the first quarter of the video, first third. So I am going to re-record those, but I'm going to try to match how obviously I sounded. Audio is unusable. A little unfortunate, but the rest of the video should be pretty much okay. And moving forward, I hope it's a little bit better in general. Yes! Let's go! The final one, baby! And that completes our, well, not completes the collection log, but we'll eventually go for the pet, but let's go! There we go. That's absolutely huge for us in the account. Now we can go and do a whole bunch more content. Now, obviously, the chest and body are the biggest bonuses, but obviously having the full set definitely helps. Super happy we got that. And it's definitely worth grinding out a little bit. And I think that was sub 300? Yeah, nice. Where did I put my crystal? Did I put it in? Right? Yeah, okay. And that officially pretty much takes us over 1 bill in our bank, which is also a huge milestone. The brimstone keys and shards don't actually count towards the overall plugin for calculating this. So you can see that doesn't actually change anything. Hell fucking yeah, baby. Also, now I'm a little lost what to do for content. Still have so much more, like Slayer and eventually get a whip and Trident, Zulrah. Still need to get even 80 attacks so I can use my Blade of Salad, which is big. Complete some more achievement diaries. We're getting pretty close here, and then there are some more quests that they added, but yeah, I'll need to knock those out as well.
Level up completed.
87 crafting, not too shabby. I don't think there's really anything interesting at this level, but kind of cool. We're getting a little bit closer to Zenite jewelry, and overall 87 mil, getting close to that 90 mil mark. I kind of forget the last time we actually checked in for this, so then we have a few other levels that we're pretty close to. So we do have our tiers of Gothics that we'll do to get 75. We got 22 on that, and everything else pretty good. Oh, really? I tied it? Must have been like the smallest margin. Wait, I thought that was the best. Oh, 219, okay. Still personal best, which is cool. Well, I think that's the second Gmail on the account. Pretty good, pretty good.
Combat task completed.
Yeah, we'll take that. Nice. A few prayer pods too for the next trip. Ah, man, it wasn't worth it. Oh. Very dumb of me. And zeros all the way at the end. So frustrating.
Oh, that's funny. Getting the level as we enter. So anyway, just a minor update. As you can see, we're at 95, and I think, if I recall, it's been a hot minute. We tried doing this from level 86 or something to 92, and then we stopped. and then I got the rest of the levels via elves. But we still haven't seen a scepter yet, which is a little disappointing, and what we need to eventually make our altar. So that's kind of what we're going for. Grind continues. All right, so after this, we should get 94 strength, kind of a fun way to get it, as opposed to just normal combat, right?
Level up completed.
Bada bing, bada boom. One step closer to 99. Still need to work on our attacks so I can use the freaking blade, but just passive stuff, not too bad. Gaining experience overall, about 500k away from 90 mil, which is exciting, and still grinding for this dang scepter. Holy fuck, I wasn't recording and I was just kind of like half-assing this, and oh my god, we finally got it. I heard the collection log go off for the sea engineer and I was like, wait, oh my god. I've been released from this prison. I literally just said, release me from this prison to this guy before the run started. That is crazy. Oh, nice. Okay. So once we actually get our construction up, we can eventually go and do this, right? So make our altar and be done with it. So I did try going for the back-to-back, and unfortunately we did not have any luck there. So that kind of sucks, but I can't complain too hard because we finally got the scepter. So I'll eventually charge this bad boy up and we can kind of call it a day there. And we'll have access to at least some ancients, or faster teleport to the ancients until we get our construction up. So that'll be a more long-term thing. I'm not really too much in a rush because we can't even do some of the higher tier construction that I want until we get some higher herb lore. We're pretty close, but I think 87 is for the super anti-venom. Or not super, Jesus. Just the anti-venom. So we can boost that, I think 4 or 5 levels. 5 obviously with a spicy 2, 4 I think normally. So we're getting close, but I'm in no rush. One thing I also neglected to look at is our bank has officially crossed, for the first time across any of the counts I've ever had, 1 billion in value. Now this doesn't take into account stuff like the keys, shards, stuff like that. So granted, you know, we'll probably eclipse that by quite a portion, but still a pretty cool milestone, especially as an Iron Man. I obviously got spooned at Gauntlet, so a lot of our value comes from that, but yeah, just excited, figure I'd capture this. All right, so I have loved this for a couple weeks now, and I'd be curious what our resources look like. Ooh, that's kind of cool. 3 point, basically 4 mil, that's crazy. That's a whole bunch of potions. Okay. It's not terrible. Decent amount of mahogany, some bird nests, we'll take that. More Renar seeds. Okay, sweet. Snake grass, we'll take that. We need a palm. Do we get a palm? No palm. And apparently a month worth is about 5 mil. So we'll put in 5 mil there, kind of call it a day. That way we can just have stuff collecting for quite a bit, and then we'll check back at the very end. But for now, we'll call it there. I don't know why I opened that door. Here it comes, and here it goes. 90 million experience. Nearly on the dot too, which is pretty cool. I know when I first started this count, granted I didn't think I was gonna ever like really start in iron. It just didn't seem like the style for me, but ever since starting this count I've really enjoyed it. I don't know, it's just a fun way to play the game for sure. It's definitely a different take on it. There's a lot to do, and it's kind of fulfilling to do it all yourself, not having to rely on really anyone else, or even if you're doing group Iron Man, like it's still a small subset of people that you would have potential to trade with and all that. So it's just exciting. I'm really happy to have started on this journey and, you know, keep moving forward as we progress to hopefully max and kind of more of a completionist account at that point. Yeah, it's not actually that bad to repair everything, so there we go. I think that yeah, it does reset all the blood moon. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm killing a giant mole. I hit a 78 on my first hit.
Combat task completed.
Hey, got the combat task. Let's go, baby. Easy work for the boy.
Level up completed.
Fun little level at the mall. Definitely looking forward to finally hitting 80. So a couple more levels to go, but I think those will definitely fly by if I actually want to pay attention to doing them. But Oakley dokley. So we went ahead and exchanged all of our wool parts that we got. Ended up getting 42 kills, which isn't terrible. No pet or anything like that. And we did actually finish the, I want to say, the boss log. Let's see. Yeah, so we finished that. And I think we're almost at the, yeah, it was literally 1 point till hard. So we'll go knock that out. But anyway, let's open up these. All right, so there is the damage. So main ones that were taken away, obviously we get some hardwood between the teak and the mahogany, so that's really good for us. More papaya is not terrible, and then I think the big one's obviously dragon fruit and yew, so we'll get some more value out of that. Unfortunately, no palm, which is what we need for the farming contract, so maybe we'll go back and do some more, try to get to 100 KZ total, but I'll do that later. I really feeling like it right now.
And officially, here's our first redwood on the account. Oh, and a spore seed. That's obviously awesome. Alrighty, so we will definitely be getting a nice little XP bump for cooking here. So 1800 wines pretty much. And the big XP, bigger number, better person. Not really anything too crazy. So I think based on the banked XP plugin, we have enough to get us up to 90 or just about there. So definitely getting close to 91, which we need for the diary. One step at a time. One thing too is normally wines are pretty useless, but with the introduction of Valamore, and I probably need to make a video on this and do a little bit more research myself, but with the introduction of Valamore, we actually have the Sunfire Splinters as well as the Blessed Bone Shards. And so we can use these in combination with the wines to actually get more prayer, well, get prayer experience at a pretty like lazy effort. So that is definitely a good use of wines now that we actually have something to do. Whereas previously is pretty much, I think, like if you're low level, they're good for food. And outside of that, I really don't think they did anything. Definitely a welcome change.